See you. You hide a lot. We don't see very much of you.
No, I have a hard time getting out in the day, so I need to start doing the nighttime. That's when I can.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of little miniature trips with kids and pet chaos with losing two
Yeah.
pets within a few months, so all kinds of stuff going on.
Okay. That going. Okay. That going. All right. Welcome. So, okay. Let's see here. All right, Gene, you got that all dialed in. Welcome to this week's edition of the Business Doctor Show. Let me step aside. There you go. Look at what Gene did. Like this background that you created. It's just, I love this background. I have no idea where I'm at today, but Gene's put me somewhere. So, anyways, welcome to this week's edition of the Business Doctor Show. John Pyron, the Business Doctor, coming at you live here. For those of you on the podcast, YouTube, Instagram, Tickama Talk, whatever you want to call it, welcome to the show. So, this week, Toya, what do you have in mind, man? I mean, we got a lot going on in the summer here, and I got both sponsors here today. I got Sherry Sanderson with Knoxville Insider, Toya Hardin, Incredible Towns. I mean, what
I'm
are the stars
excited.
aligned where I get the both of you here at the same time?
Well, I'm excited about our new event that we've got set up with you and Rita. It's going to be on the first Tuesday. It's the IBM Business Mastermind. And this is going to be
Yeah.
a totally different kind of event where people can get up and get moving early before they have to go to work and get some serious knowledge. So we're really excited about that. John, and Rita, you both want to talk a little bit more about that event?
Yeah. So I'm excited because the Beaverbrook Country Club has agreed to let us host it there. That venue will hold, that specific room will hold more than enough people. And then as we expand, we got enough room for 250 people up above. But, you got, 74, 75 chapters of IBN all throughout the East Coast here.
Plus one more.
And more coming. How many you up to now?
I'd have to count, honestly, but we're in that mid 70s range. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And so when I looked at the venues, a lot of them are 8:30, and then several lunch meetings. And, we show up, sponsors get mentioned. We go around, we share our commercials, we talk about networking events coming up, and then we're out of there. So it's normally an hour-long meeting. And I got to thinking, it's like a lot of the contractors that are super busy, they have a lot going on. By the time 8:30 rolls around, they're already out in the field, they're not coming back.
mhm.
And so there's LaTip International, which doesn't exist in Tennessee, and then BNI was a spinoff of LaTip. And there's a lot of BNI chapters around, but it costs $4,000 or $5,000 a year to be a part of it. And
I think they're charging
I used
kidneys
to,
now.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I ran the entire Western region for LaTip, and I got to thinking, I'm like, why don't we just do it where we have a 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. It's going to allow people that are moving and shaking it in the contractor home service business space. It works very, very well in LaTip and or BNI, and I used to facilitate those chapters. So I do a lot of masterminds. We're doing a mastermind here today. We've got Sherry Sanderson and I are working on something. I've got Nathan Kimball out of Colorado. We're working on doing something similar. And I like the IBN model. I like your heart. I like Sherry. Sherry's got 20,000 daily subscribers. And the two of you are supporting this effort. So I'm going to put my own skin in the game, put my own money up, rent a facility, provide the coffee and beverages and everything, bring some people together at 7 a.m. before the rest of the world starts moving and shaking. Come
I put the
together.
link in the
all
chat for everybody that
Yep,
wants to.
all the
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, links in the chat, everybody. So please share it. Share it if
Yeah.
you can get it on the newsletter. That'd be awesome. I appreciate it. So
once a month, first Tuesday of the month, we were going to call it the Clean Slate Club. But I like what you did. You call it IBN Mastermind Group. Okay. And so the way I look at it is we're going to bring people together. The sponsors are going to be mentioned obviously up front. Then I'm going to mastermind, literally speak or teach on a business topic. I'm going to look at all the contractors, all the clients, and everybody that I've worked with over the last month, everything we've heard from all the IBN leaders all throughout IBN. We're going to pick 2 or 3, maybe 1 or 2. Let me get more clear. 1 or 2 topics, and I'm going to speak on it or teach on it. Or if it's a skill that requires an expert, I'll bring that expert in, have them teach on it for about 10 to 15 minutes. As a group, we'll mastermind on it. We'll always make the reason we're doing it an hour and a half versus an hour leaves time for everybody to have their commercial still. And the only thing that we're not going to do here is talk about local events, because quite frankly, you can go to Knoxville Insider and you can go on IBN and learn about everything going on in this town. Okay. And so I'm excited because, Troy, you would have to travel here. You could stay at my house the night before if you want, man. Just saying, okay? And because I only live 7 minutes from there, and then Sherry, you're local, so having the 2 of you in that room, being able to tag team on this mastermind and teach people marketing, teach people. To think about the two of you being on this call, and I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm about to say, because you guys have a lot of respect from me, okay? I've been doing this for 35 years. I built a lot of companies, made millions of dollars, but to put together a daily subscriber list of 20,000 people with almost a 45 to 50% open rate, and then to put together 75 chapters in 6 different states and getting 15 to 20 people per chapter with 2 volunteers to host it every month, you two kind of know what you're doing, as it relates to marketing and attention. And and then Rita with, it's just, to put that kind of talent in one room without having to pay a massive monthly fee to be a part of it, I don't know where else you're going to get that. And so I'm excited about what this is going to do. I'm excited about the lives it's going to impact, but more importantly, if you are a business owner, we're going to be sending out a survey prior to this coming gathering coming up September 1st, so we can survey what the #1 biggest problem people have, and we're gonna teach on it, mastermind on it. I've been speaking for 35 years. I've taught thousands of business owners. I would love, more than anything, I will pay the person money. I'll give them $100 bill if they can show up to the event and give me a business problem that can't be solved on the spot. Okay? Now that's saying a lot, because I'm going to tell you, man, show up with your biggest business problem, tell every single person you know about this event, and come there with a notepad. I don't care if you record it. If you can't make it, no problem. We're going to stream it live. Okay? So, who's got the background noise going on? All right, there we go. Okay, so anyways, looking forward to that. So let's talk about what we're here to talk about today. What is this? This is the 19th of August, and the kids are back in school in East Tennessee. Every single year, I used to do a workshop called "The Kids Are Back in School, Time to Get Back to Work and Finish the Year Strong." Ran that since 2015 because at the end of the day, I've got news for all of us as business owners. I'll say it again. The kids are back in school. All the distractions are gone. It's time to really crush it while the rest of your competitors are still kind of, cruising. The summer's still here, enjoying the weather. It's your time to dominate. Okay. It's your time to go out and grab market share. And so I want to kind of do a Q&A today, and a little different take. And so this is being streamed live on YouTube. So if you want attention for your business, I would show up like Choya is. I would show up like Gene is. I would show up like Rita is. They got a QR code. Gene, you need to fix my background, give me a new QR code. But yeah, just click on Jean's QR code because she's on my team. But this is going out to lots and lots of people. And this is your opportunity. If you're on the video live, that's the only way you're going to be seen on YouTube, just to FYI. So you are more than welcome to keep your camera off. It's totally up to you. But if you want the attention that your business deserves, it's okay. Somebody's going to see you at some point. If they choose to do business with you, they might as well see you now in the raw and the real. Okay? Just an encouragement. So first person to raise their hand gets asked the first question. I already know who it's going to be. Let's see if she beats everybody to the punch. You didn't do it, Rita. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I know. Well,
right, what's on your mind? What's the biggest question you have? What's the biggest challenge, problem?
That's the thing, deciding
what we can help you with.
That's deciding what's the biggest one. So, all right. So I have my, here's the deal. I have my database and I tag people about everything I know about them. I thought, however, now I want to segment my list by home service providers and even more by plumbers and roofers. And that is something I did not track in my database. A few thousand people in there. And so I was racking my brain, how in the world am I going to identify them so I can start to really talk to them directly and call them all? And so thankfully I had not thrown away all my stacks of business cards. So I went back into my archives and found all these stacks of business cards, sorted them out. And I am now working on the best way to reintegrate them into my database so I can then be reaching out to them. And I remembered that we have Contacts for Us. So, pardon me. So this is a service, and John, you're familiar with it, right?
I subscribe to it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I can lay out 10 or so business cards on a piece of paper, take a picture of it. That's all I have to do, upload it into this website. And it's really a bulk business scanner. And it pulls all the information off the cards, so I don't have to type it all in there. And then it does integrate with my Go High Level. And so it'll check if the person's already in there or not. And pull them in if they're not. Pull in, let's say, their address if it's not in there. I guess this is not a question, but what I'm telling you is,
all right, so what's the question? I was going to ask.
I had this big question about how can I get this done quickly without spending a lot of my time or anyone else's time to get it done. And while I was talking, I remembered the solution. We already have the solution, Contacts for Us.
So I dropped the link in the chat window. It's bulkcardscanner.com. So for those of you that are driving and listening to this on a podcast, or you're not seeing my screen, or you're not on the chat, it's bulkcardscanner.com. This is the guy that works. I met this guy through Choya. So this guy has done an incredible job with the speed networking events and helping with the seeding algorithms and the chart. It works beautifully.
On
We've
that
got
note,
another speed networking
John,
event coming up September 11th.
yeah, on that
And
note,
how many tickets do we have left?
well, I just met with Josh this morning actually, and we're playing with the algorithm again, and it's going to get even better. Rita, you'll be my test because you're at all of them, so you're gonna have to tell me if it's better or not. But we've got some new tweaks to the algorithm. It's going on great. We've sold all the sponsorships already. We do have a few tickets left, less than 2 dozen, and they'll go pretty quick. So, the local Chamber of Commerce here, the local startup incubator, local speaker are all going to be doing big pushes for me next week to get it finished off, get it sold out. So we're really excited about that. It's going to be a great event. So. And if anybody wants to carpool over, John might throw you in the car with him if anybody else is interested in coming. So you have to talk that one out with John, but I could see it
Yep.
happening. So
That's what we did last time. We went up to Asheville, North Carolina. We had a full car actually, and so and we now have a bigger car because Allie wanted a bigger car.
The business
and
bus.
So Rita's going with me, Joe Newton, and we got, I think that thing holds like 7 people total. So yeah, get your ticket. Let me know. And we're going to be leaving up there. It's only a couple hours away, and we're going to be there. It was actually fun carpooling up because we got the mastermind on the way up. We got to debrief on the way back. Lot of success off that event because of that camaraderie and that masterminding. And so definitely if you want to carpool with me, or if you just want a caravan, we'll have a convoy. Yeah.
I'll put the link in the
We'll
chat
stop at
here.
Buc-ee's.
I'll put the link for the
there you
event in the chat. So, and like I said, we're probably going to sell out in the next week and a week and a half, probably at the latest. So, just to give everybody a heads up.
Yep. Johnson City, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Johnson City, Tennessee. And I'm going to be doing the keynote there.
Yep.
So definitely come up. And it's going to be an awesome event. Been to 3 of them now. Well worth the time, well worth the investment, and so forth. So, all right, enough of the promotion, enough of this. So let's get down to some questions here. Who's got a business problem, challenge, opportunity that they would like some help with? All right, let me call on Sherry. Sherry Sanderson. What would you like to talk about?
Well, my biggest problem is the time factor. And
time factor.
Just time blocking, having the time to do the outreach and things like that.
Okay. And so you work 5 days a week or 6 days a week?
Probably about 6.
Okay. And what are you trying to carve out time for? What's the biggest need for the extra time management piece?
To outreach to potential clients. To get to know,
Okay.
Get the calls started, get the ball rolling.
Okay. And just so everybody's aware, Sherry owns Knoxville Insider. And so if you can, Gene, put all of Knoxville Insider's information in the chat window. But Knoxville Insider, if you are not subscribed to it, I highly recommend you subscribe to it. Just look up Knoxville Insider. It'll come up. Subscribe to it. It's a daily email distribution list, over 20,000 daily subscribers. The other thing is we are joint venturing. Okay, me and Sherry are coming together, and we're doing some stuff where if you want to have your business spotlighted, definitely submit the request. Case by case basis, we're looking for business owners who have a great service for Knoxville. They can make a huge impact. They have a story to tell. Now, here's what a story to tell. You started a business. Okay. I mean, that's a story all on its own because most people don't start a business. And a lot of people, when they start a business, they're all fired up and excited until they realize the stuff they used to do for an employer isn't just, that's not the only part of the business. There's still accounting, there's finance, there's bookkeeping, there's HR, there's systems, there's processes, there's billing, there's taxes, there's all this stuff that your current employer never told you about, but you got to watch all the magic happen. And now you're a business owner. You're like, oh my God. It's like, I had this guy who has been in business for 5.5 years. Unbelievable. I mean, has done an unbelievable job because most small business owners in this country don't ever get past $65,000 per year in income. And this guy's been able to build a $500,000 business with no education, no college education, just grit, grind, hustle. And so I was talking to him, he's like, I mean, literally the body language is like, I'm tired. I'm worn out, man. It's like every single thing centers around me. And I have no plan B. It's not like I can shut everything down, go back and get a job. I just can't do that no more. Can you just tell me what I need to do? That's really, it was one of those, we all get there. I've been there multiple times. And this is where most business owners find themselves between 500 to 1.5 million. They just get stuck. And they realize they built a jail cell around themselves and they've got too much liability now, too much responsibility to shut it down or slow it down. But they also realize if they don't change something, they could start having some health I mean, that's a case of this guy, 75, 80 hours a week. I mean, I got one guy right now, and Gene knows what I'm talking about, 90 hours, like most of the time I call BS, right? But this guy literally 90 hours a week to run almost $1 million business. And I'm like, dude, bro, like you're missing out on your kids' lives. And so time management is what people automatically go to because that's what we're taught in this country. It's a time management problem. And what I've discovered over the years is it's a huge myth. It is not a time management problem. Okay. It is a priority problem, and it is being trained with systems and processes of delegation. And that's the biggest challenge. So Gene, in the chat window, or whoever sends a text or an email, however they do it, put how they do it in the chat window, and then I'll let you tell everybody here in a minute. But I want you to send them the 4-list business systems exercise, number 1, okay? Because until we get a base foundation of what all is going on, it's very hard to determine where you need to sharpen things. So this exercise is for every single entrepreneur. I do this in June, and I do this in December every single year for all these years, okay? It is the number 1 exercise. You can hire the best business coach on the planet. They're going to walk you through this exercise, okay? I didn't realize Gino Wickman wrote a book on it, okay? But it's going to list out every single thing that you currently do as the owner. And then over here, you're going to check off, do I like to do it? And do I want to do more of it? And is it in the best interest of my company? And over here, I don't like doing it. It's a waste of my time. If I can have somebody else do it, I would do it. That's another checkbox. And then over here, automate, delegate, or outsource. Now, Gene, go up to the internet, and I want you to look up Focus Funnel. Okay, it's written off of a book called Procrastinate on Purpose by a friend of mine named Rory Vaden, R-O-R-Y, V as in Victor, A-D-E-N, Rory Vaden. And the whole book is centered around this thing called a focus funnel. Because if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, even if you're not an entrepreneur, you're just successful at what you do, your task list is not going to end until the day you die. Okay? So number one is to realize the massive amount of tasks, the big task list that you keep trying to catch up on every evening, every weekend, stop. You're never going to catch up on it. It will never end. And if it does, you're out of business. Okay? And if you do, that means you're dead. Okay? So what happens is there's so many things that have to get done in a week, in a month, in a quarter. The challenge is we all, myself included, if I don't get up early in the morning, like before everybody wakes up, okay? You go all throughout the New Testament. There's scripture after scripture. Jesus got up early in the morning and went off by himself. Okay? It's a scriptural principle on top of that. But get with yourself first. If you get on an airplane, like my wife just hopped on an airplane, like she's flying from Nashville to Sacramento, like right now. And I already know what happened. Okay. She got on the plane, got seated, seatbelt saying, door closed. They started backing away from the gate. And then they started doing, hey, you know what? Fasten your seatbelt here, do this. They doing all the pre-step, and they get to this one piece. In case of an emergency where the cabin depressurizes, okay, the oxygen masks are going to fall down. Now, Allie's riding with our daughter Haley right now. Like, they're sitting next to each other on the plane. The instructions are, before you put on Haley's mask, Allison, you need to put your own mask on first. Because if you don't, you could die trying to put her mask on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you've ever flown, we've all been through this. Here's the moral of the story. Most people go after their day without taking care of themselves first. And what I've discovered over the years, and all the mentors that I've worked with, if I don't take care of me, I can't take care of other people. And if I don't get up in the morning and put my own oxygen mask on first, prayer, meditation, whatever that is for you, and if you want a good resource, get the Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, okay? Or the 5 a.m. Club is another really good book, okay? Good resource. There's an actual website on both. And put together your own morning routine. But you get up, like I set my alarm right now. I'm going through a growth season. So it's been 5 a.m. for the last, 4 or 5 years. But during this growth season, it's now 4:30 a.m. Maybe 4:30 a.m. Yeah, because I got big goals.
No,
you know? And I want to get a lot of stuff done before anybody wakes up. I get more done before 9 a.m. than most people get done in a whole week. Okay. And I don't work more than 30 hours a week, just so we're clear. Okay? Now, how do I do that? I get up, I do the meditation, the morning routine. If you go to my Facebook right now, I think, Gene, it's still pinned up there. I actually did an actual YouTube video on morning routine. Okay? So now nobody has an excuse. I literally, some reason, I videotaped the whole dang thing one morning and put it up there and get myself centered, make sure I'm good to go. I go, sit at my computer, look at my day, look at every appointment. If it ain't going to hit my goal and it can be rescheduled, guess what? It gets rescheduled. Okay? People all the time are like, well, I got to reschedule. Yeah. And you know why? It wasn't that I didn't have the time. It's just that, I'm just going to be honest, you weren't a priority that day. That's the cold, hard truth. Okay? And I've got certain goals I'm after, has nothing to do with the individual personally. It's just like, there's only 24 hours in a day. And I literally, the more I operate my day, like scripture lines it up, can't change the past. It's already gone. I've already been forgiven for it. Who of you, what does Christ say? Who of you can add a single moment to your life by worrying about tomorrow? Nothing. Today's got enough troubles of its own, so we should focus on today. And that's how I roll in the morning. Narrow it down, look at my calendar, then and only then do I look at my task list. And I put it through that focus funnel that I just told you. It's like, okay, what can be deleted? That's question number one. Can it be deleted? Great, delete it. Some tasks that were important last week are no longer relevant today. Just because it's on my task list does not mean it has to get done. Number two, can I automate this? If I can, I'm gonna.
Hello, Amber.
Well, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
It's
send an
Troy.
email
Hey, I
to Shira.
apologize. I had
going-
something.
Hold on, let me mute Choya. Okay, there you go. And so then I look at it, I'm like, if I need to automate it, very next thing, Shira, please set this up as a project and automate it. Number two, can I delegate it? Shira, do this, do that. You know, I got, you know, boom. Yeah, she's laughing, right? Because she sees this every morning, right? She sees John must be awake. So all this stuff gets delegated, right? And then I'm left with, okay, I can't delete it. I can't automate it. I can't delegate it. So it must be I'm the only person on the planet that can do this task. Now the question is this: does it have to be done today? And if it does, then I take it, I put it as a calendar appointment, and I get it done. And what I have discovered, Dan Sullivan, #1 business coach of all time, still alive today. Nobody on this planet has coached more people than Dan Sullivan. Strategic coach. 10X is easier than 2X. There's all kinds of great books about him, but he validates what most successful people know. There's only 3 things that I actually have to get done today. There's another 100 things sitting there waiting, but truth be told, there are 3 major things that require my attention to get done today. And let me double check, Shira, you can probably answer this faster than I can. But there is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. is when I get those 3 things done. And I don't even know what's waiting there till tomorrow because Shira manages that for me. I do my strategic planning from 6 to 7. I spend 1 hour with my wife from 7 to 8, and then 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I pull it up, and Shira has already detailed out all the stuff that she tells me I have to get done. And she can attest there's only 3 things I normally get done on here because the other stuff I determine they ain't going to get done. Okay? But at the end of the day, each day that goes by, it compounds, and the compound effect happens. It's the same thing. If you take a penny and you double it for 30 days, it's $5.4 million. The compound effect works very well. So what I would do, Sherry, is this. Get yourself a morning routine. It just so happens you and I work one-on-one together, and we're having a session today, right? So we get to talk about this, right? We're going to get your high productivity thing done because it ain't about adding more hours to your week. It's about looking at the 24 hours that you have, the 168 hours a week that you have, and understanding every single person on this call, every single person in the entire planet, 8.2 billion people, all have one thing and one thing in common. Every single one of us has 60 minutes in an hour. And there is only one difference between somebody that's a billionaire versus somebody that's not, is how they invested their 60 minutes. That's one thing Dan Sullivan, he's like, I've coached 20,000 business owners, and I've always looked for what is the one thing that we all have in common. And it's 60 minutes in an hour. And so the alternative without this is you get to work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. But I promise you this, every single person listening to my voice and hearing it as well, or watching it on YouTube, if you put your own oxygen mask on first and you go out your day with a plan, you will be more productive, more successful, more happier, experience more peace and joy, and work less, not more, because you're doing it with a plan. Does that help? Okay.
It does.
All
Thank you.
right. Anybody else, before we move on to the next question, anybody else have any additional comment, feedback? Maybe you have some sort of cool thing on how you run your day. Anybody else want to make a comment about that before we move on?
I would like to.
Tommy.
Hey, I appreciate everything you say, and normally I put it. I listen, but I take out my video so that I can listen and really pay attention. That's how I do it. So when I don't show myself, it's because I'm listening. Um, you might not find it attractive on how I listen. A lot of times I close my eyes just so
Fine.
I can visualize it. But anyway,
Awesome.
for me, I appreciate what you're sharing, and I was listening to how you say you meditate. You get your day started at a certain time. For me, um, just like work, I try to get at a good stopping point. A good stopping point is when I can finish something that is critical, and then I can grab hold of the next thing and not miss a beat. So that's a good stopping point for me. So
Yeah.
that's one thing I learned. Two, I learned that I won't complete everything in one day. So the things that were on the top of my list of not hot but important comes to the top of my list by the time I end my day. And I'll come in an hour early if I need to, just to touch that important thing before I start into the critical things. Because in caregiver business, um, some topics are hotter than others at the blink of an eye. So I have to flex my schedule when I need to support those critical things, but I still have requirements to complete in a daily manner to be successful. So my point
Yeah.
I'm making that I'm sharing is um, I may come in an hour early when it's critical so I can stay ahead of the flow of what I need. But I always find
Mhm.
that good stopping point that's universal. And the second thing I do is for my wife, she's on my schedule twice a month that we go out on a scheduled um, dinner date. Sometimes we get caught up that we forget the person that supports us and
Yeah.
we end up putting them in the back burner. So a healthy business environment is critical that I keep a healthy home environment. And I do that by dating my wife with the dinners that are on schedule that she could see. And I don't ask her where she want to go. I plan it just like I do my meetings with the other referral partners and so forth. I just wanted to share that.
High five, man. Absolutely. It's so important. Along the same line, I think it's once a quarter, I sit down and I look at the routine that I've been doing over the last 3 months. And the very first thing I do for the next quarter is I go, okay, I have a block called Spiritual Foundation. And for me, it's an hour and a half every morning. Okay. So that's the first thing that gets put on my schedule. The next thing that goes on my schedule that's immovable is my strategic planning slot, because I have to plan my day out. I have to make sure that I'm going to be able to operate in a high, capacity every day. And then Allie, my wife, will tell you flat out, I go to her and I go, here you go. You tell me, what times do you want? And based off of her response will determine how everybody else gets rescheduled. She goes, I want 1 hour with you first thing in the morning so I don't get the leftovers at night. Okay, that was one thing she said. So the girls are back in school. She's got the 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. slot. Okay, and then the other thing that we started doing this last 2 quarters is from 9 p.m. or actually now it's 8:30 p.m. to 9:30. We have another hour. She wants another hour of my uninterrupted, no cell phone, no nothing time. And then we do that weekly date night. And we make it fun. 1 week she plans it, 1 week I plan it. And I have no idea what we're doing until it shows up. But I agree with you, man. It's like I can build massive enterprises, but if I lose my health in the process and I lose my marriage and my relationships in the process, none of it's worth it. And I get more done by taking care of the main thing first anyway. So I'm so glad you brought that up because it is so true. So, all right. Anybody else want to chime in? Okay. Who's next? Who else has got a business challenge problem that you would like some help with today?
I'll chime in.
Steven.
Yeah. So I started my business, started a new business about 4 months ago. Just finalized my packages for my potential clients. Now I am trying to get new clients. So I'm in the sales process, and it's been a long time since I've been out, knocking on doors and getting sales. So I'm sort of rusty.
Okay.
Networking anywhere I can, and I've gotten a couple of potential clients, but nothing solid. So now I'm pivoting, moving into the stage where I have packages. So what I do is AI governance for small to medium-sized businesses, 10 to 150 employees.
Okay.
And it covers quite a range of industries because the needs are fairly similar at that size. So now it's, taking it to the next step and getting sales.
Okay. And so your question is, how do you just started, right? High five,
Right.
by the way, starting a business. Okay. Now, is this your first business?
It is not. It's actually my third. I had a training business that I sold in 2016. And then I had a 3D printing business that I had to close in 2024. So this is my comeback from that.
So take this opportunity. Tell us about Applied Momentum. It says do real work, learn real skills. What is the core foundation of Applied Momentum? What is it that you guys do?
Core foundation is I have 30 years of corporate training experience, technical training across the range from, the one person business all the way up to Fortune 500 companies that I've worked for. The focus of Applied Momentum is AI governance, development, and staff training in these businesses. So the initial launch is for businesses 10 to 150 employees.
Okay.
There is
And are
an
you going
enterprise.
in and meeting with a business owner and consulting them with their AI strategy? Is that what
Well,
you're doing?
that's the step that I'm missing is how do I get to that step? Like I'm ready to to go out and start making phone calls and reaching out to customers or potential clients. But that's where I'm stuck.
Okay. And so you have a website.
Yep.
Okay. Do me a favor, drop the website in the chat window real quick.
Yep.
And you have social networks and that sort of thing.
I'm actually working on developing a YouTube channel. That the main focus will be around AI governance for small businesses.
Okay. And let me double check. Let me look at something here real quick. I love this question because you're in startup mode. I absolutely love startup companies and all right, let me see here. Boom, 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 boom. Provide calls and your team's already using AI. Okay, your team is already using AI. Now make it useful. Oh, I love this. Okay. So you're doing something different than everybody else is doing right now. You're like, hey, you already got it. Let me show you how to maximize and optimize it. Train your team.
You got people who are using it.
Yeah, Gene, grab Steven's information, by the way, because I don't want to do what he does, and I can refer him to a bunch of people right now.
That would be great.
Let's see here. Engagement works. Start with conversation. You get a plan. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so, and then let me take a look at your blog, and you got some blogs going on. Cool, cool, cool. 5-minute reads. And we got the about, training development. Okay. Look at discovery call, AI business and the stuff in between. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, you got enough attention. Okay, capturing my attention. Great, great, great. Below the fold. Okay, I'm just looking for, if I land on your site, do I have enough information here to convict you at what you do is what I'm looking for. Okay, because the
Yeah.
biggest challenge that all of us have as business owners is obscurity when we first get started. Okay, there's business owners been around for 5 years. They still have an obscurity problem. Okay, now are you in the Knoxville region at all?
I'm in Asheville. So not far from
Asheville?
Knoxville. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
an hour and a half. I mean,
Are
it's
you? So two things. Number one, I would do right away is have you and Choya had this conversation about incredible visibility?
no, I'm one of the co-leaders of one of the meetings here. So I do have
Okay,
one of the marketing
Cool.
packages for that.
all right. So definitely give a Choya about that. The other thing I would do, because of what you do. Now I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm about to say. Everybody and their grandmother right now. I got clients. I mean, you name the company I run into, everybody's an AI integrator. Everybody's going in and going, okay, let me install AI here, and let me get everything to work together and all your applications and so forth. You are the first person.
I don't want to do that.
Gene, correct me if I'm wrong. I know you're the first person, and Gene and Shira are on my team here that I can actually go to and go, okay, you got AI, okay? He needs to be. You need to know Sherry Sanderson, okay? Sherry Sanderson will teach you how to do a newsletter yourself for Asheville. Okay? I highly recommend you just do what the heck she tells you to do. You get 20,000 subscribers, and Asheville's a huge. I mean, that's a gold mine just all on its own.
Yeah,
Number
I've got
one.
160
Number
right
two,
now. So.
Yep. Number two is the marketing pitch is, okay, you got AI? Great. Everybody's got AI. Are your people using it? Are they leveraging it? Do they know how to use it? Is it optimized? Oh, not? Then you should book a 10 to 15 minute call with me so I can ask you some very specific questions. And here's the one thing I promise you. I'm going to give you one tip on that call that you're going to be able to implement whether I work with you or not. The whole purpose of the 10-minute call to find out if we resonate with one another and if we should move to the next step. Click the link below to schedule your 10-minute call. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to find yourself giving away 30, 45, 1 hour of time with the wrong prospect.
Yeah.
Okay, number one. Number two, and this is something you could do today. And I want everybody, and if you're a service-based business, I want to, pay attention to what I'm about to say, because this strategy works. It works 100% of the time. I'll give you an example. I'm going up to Johnson City, Tennessee, September 11th. Definitely, if you don't have your ticket to that speed networking event, get that event. I will use you on stage as I'm speaking. Okay, as a case study, okay, I'm going to go on that stage. There's going to be almost 100 people in the room, okay? Now, I want you to imagine for a second, you're in the room. And I say, you know what, guys? Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and use my 15 minutes of talking here. And instead of talking, okay, everybody in this room is exposed to AI right now. Okay, you cannot escape it. It is here to stay. You can be the guy that should have gotten an automobile, but you held on to your horse and buggy till the last minute. Okay, but it's going to happen. You're going to use AI. You're not going to have a choice. It is going to be a part of your life. And I've got an actual expert in this room. His name is Steven. And he is an expert at teaching people how to actually use AI and optimize it for their business once it's already been set up, and he's got partners that can help set it up. So, Stephen, come on up here, and here's what I want you to do, Stephen. Okay? I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Okay. And I want you 1 minute each to share with this room your top 10 tips on how to leverage and use AI in my business. Not how to configure it, not how to set it up, how to actually use it. Here you go. Go. Now, with that said, okay, take that, what I just gave to you. That is your first 10 pieces of content I want to encourage you to generate over the next 24 hours. Doesn't have to be fancy. Do it
Right.
in landscape, or not landscape mode, Gene, right? It's portrait mode
Portrait.
on your phone. Okay? And don't worry about, speak from the gut. Raw, real, those videos perform better than anything else. Okay? And I want you to imagine I just handed you a mic. Okay? You got 100 of your perfect clients in the room. You're going to give us the 10 tips that if I paid you thousands of dollars, you would train my people on. And you need to summarize it in a minute or less. Do not get stressed out about it being perfect. Okay?
Right.
So cut the 10 videos, put them up there, let the internet and the market determine whether they like them or not. I learned this from Gary Vaynerchuk, #1 attention getter on the planet. And he said the biggest thing that holds people back is they think they have to be perfect before they go to the internet. And you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on the perfect video, and the internet, the market thinks it sucks. Okay? Where you could spend just a minute on a video, raw, real, to the point, put it up there. Next thing you know, it's a trending video.
Right.
Okay, so there needs to be the biggest. If I had to go back and educate myself 25 years ago, or when did I start that? Like 2007. I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on, and realized there's nothing out there on the internet that even says that I'm a great speaker. There's nothing out there. I'm trying to get on stages, and I'm getting told no after no after no after no. And finally, I'm like, no, it's 2014, March of 2014. And it was Comstock Mortgage, Mike Arciero. I'm going public and blaming his butt because he and I became good friends, and he's okay with me telling the story. That dude made me follow up with him 45 freaking times. Okay? I was referred to him. He had 150 agents I wanted to go and give a free training. And I said, hey, man, I've been on stages with Ziegler. I've been on stages with Les Brown. I'm a great speaker. And Sean Curran referred me to you. He says you meet weekly. I'd love to come in and deliver a talk for your team. He said, oh, man, that's great. Send me some information. Never heard back from the guy. That was December of 2012. Finally, after 45 follow-ups, no return calls, no text message, no nothing, because I live by the rule, follow up till they buy or die. Once they say they're interested, I'm going, what the hell's the problem? And it dawned on me, I don't have a YouTube channel. There is nothing out there about me speaking. This guy probably has had some buffoons come and speak. And so I'm like, okay, I got to create a YouTube video. Oh, wait, big problem. I don't know how to create a video. How do you create a video? Oh, big problem. I don't know how to edit the video. How do you edit a video? Apparently Microsoft Movie Maker was the choice. I didn't realize you can get a tripod. So my thing was I took a vase stand. I stacked books until my laptop got to my face level. And I hit record. That made a mistake. Got to go back. Made 16 times to create that first. Go to my YouTube channel. Go to the oldest video. That's that video. Okay. Took me 16 times to cut that video because I didn't know how to edit video. Okay. Then I created the second one just in case, because it dawned on me after owning an IT company, he ain't going to click on a link unless it's a YouTube link. I sent him an email. I go, Mike, I just created these 2 videos for you. They'll still love to become a speaker, but take these tips and teach it to your team. 45 minutes later, when can you come in? I'm like, really? That's all I had to do. And the rest is history. So here's the point. Over the next 24 hours, I'm going to challenge you to do this. Okay? Create those 10 videos. Put it up there. Don't worry about whether they're perfect or not. Teach something here. At the end of each video, go, hey, if you got a lot of value out of this, my name is Steven with Applied Momentum. I want you to go over to my website at appliedmomentum.us. There's a bunch of great resources on there, but click on the book discovery call today and hop on my calendar. I'd love to chat with you and expand on this strategy I just gave you. Be blessed. And every single day you're putting out a new video. Here's the deal. At some point, okay, you're going to get a bunch of new clients, and you can take their money and you can hire somebody like Gene to make it look great. Right? Because, if you allow getting your ducks in a row before you're successful, you're not going to be successful. The key is get enough momentum and enough attention out there so you can make enough money. Then you can hire somebody to organize your ducks.
Makes sense.
Okay. And I can't let you go without saying, go to johnpyron.com, click on book appointment, schedule a 10 to 15 minute call with me one-on-one. Okay. And we'll get on a Zoom and I will deep dive on this concept with you in about 10 to 15 minutes. And we're going to talk about referrals at the same time.
That'd be great.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I like what you do. And Gene, I'm already thinking about Nitsa Medina Garcia, Rio Soda. Like, you make it a part of our team huddle tomorrow, because we got about 8 clients to refer his butt right now, because I don't want to consult them on that crap at all.
That would be great. My only regret is 9/11 is no good for me. I've already got a few things booked.
It's fine. You'll hit the next one, or you're already an IBM leader.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at your monthly meeting, you get your own commercial, teach a concept versus sharing about you. Just teach a concept and drive people to your website.
That's a good idea. I never thought about that.
Every single month, bring a camera, record it, teach it to the group. You have a live audience, by the way. Teach it to the group. No more than 1 minute. Portrait mode. Send it to you. Stream it live if you really want to go, be cool about, Facebook Live or YouTube Live right there in the meeting. You get 3 minutes. You're the host. Okay?
Right.
Teach it. Drive people there. And, it's just consistency over and over and over and over and over again. Okay?
Yeah, that's great.
And you'll crush it. The fastest person I've been able to get to a 6-figure income in your space, Peggy Harper Lee, got her to $16K a month in 43 days. And she had a pedigree just like yours, had a lot of success in corporate America. She didn't know how to break into the space. And this is the number one thing I told her to do. I said, stop trying to compete. Okay? You have a lot of experience. Whip out your cell phone, create 10 videos, put it out there, share it with your buddies, your past people that you used to work with, and guess what? 3 people hired her butt, and that's how she got to where she wanted to go.
That's great.
And then once you get the money problem solved, then you're going to create all kinds of other problems that I can help you with. So
yeah,
there you go.
That's the first
All right,
problem to get
great.
solved. I appreciate it. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Great way to end the call. Everybody that heard what we were talking about, it applies to every single person here. If I can't go to the internet and find enough information to convict you in a court of law about what you do for business owners, you do not have enough content. Okay? And with Troya Harden, with Sherry Sanderson, with Gene Ortiz here, and with Steven, you now have no excuse. And you definitely don't have an excuse because you can go to johnpyron.com, click on book appointment, and I will gladly spend 10 to 15 minutes with you and tell you exactly what your next step is. I ain't going to do it for you. I'll just refer you to these people that can help you do it. So there you go. All right, guys, it's been a great day. We're out of time. Have a blessed
Yes.
week, and we'll see you next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Great.
Be blessed.
Thanks.